it's me, Lullaby Shady, the puppet you love to hate, and I'm back. And yes, I'm back right now to talk about the Love and Hip Hop Reunion Season 3 Part 2, The Fight. Okay, now, I'm going to actually talk about the fight, and I know that a lot of you guys seem to be Joseline Hernandez fans for some strange reason. Again, I don't understand it because, you know, there's this mayor that's in Canada. You know, he smokes crack, and I don't think that a lot of you guys would want to party and hang out with him. And why would you want to hang out with a crackhead? I mean, I just don't get it. Okay, and I understand you guys say Joseline has issues, and you're like, oh my gosh, Joseline has issues, don't talk about her coke use and everything. And I get that. Joseline does have issues. She's extremely insecure and she has mental issues, but here's my point. Joseline is yelling at people, and she's sitting up here saying, you know, fuck you, motherfucking shit like that, and blah, blah, blah. And you know what? Joseline isn't a scared motherfucking baby squirrel in a fucking tree, okay? And if she was a scared baby squirrel, you know, saying, help me, please, save me, you know, maybe I would feel sorry for her, but she's a fucking squirrel yelling at me saying, fuck you, bitch, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? I'm gonna say fuck you back to that squirrel and saying, get off the fucking coke, fucking squirrel, and leave me the fuck alone, alright? And as for them saying, no, there's all these implications, you don't fucking know what you're talking about, Lola, blah, blah, blah. She put a fucking picture of her with a fucking handful of fucking pills saying, I'm about to do all these lines of fucking coke, okay? Now, let's go ahead into the reunion, and I just wanted to start off with that because there's a lot of cokeheads and crackheads around that are strung out on drugs, and drugs are bad, and you shouldn't support someone on drugs. You guys should be saying, stop it, Joseline, I want you to get help if you truly care about her as a friend and a person and a humanitarian. Again, I was created to help people, and that's all that I care about, helping people. I'm a good person. I'm going to be the Council of Civilization something. Okay, anyway, back onto the fight. This fight, I didn't even know what the hell was going on. Okay, first it started off with the AC, and then, you know, Stevie J was like, oh my gosh, it's so hot, I didn't know, and then the Benzino's like, hey, you know, my fucking, that's that coke talking. The next thing you know, they're fighting, okay? Now, Joseline was sitting up there, and she's like, you know, people say that I'm doing coke and everything, but I just smoke some weed. Okay, first off, if she just smoked some weed, Joseline wouldn't be fighting, okay? She would have just been saying, when he said the whole entire thing about the AC, she would have said, that's real funny, ha, and she would have just sat down and laughed. She needs to actually smoke weed, because that would have calmed her ass down, okay? And she needs to stop saying that she's smoking weed because she's doing horrible shit for medical marijuana in the whole entire fight to get medical marijuana legalized. So, medical marijuana people, let them know Joseline Hernandez has nothing to do with you, okay? Now, this whole entire fight, even though they were trying to make it look like this kind of proved that the show isn't scripted, it kind of proved that the show is scripted, because there's been fights on Love and Hip Hop, and usually with these fights, the camera has perfect control. You see everything that's happening in the fight. There's no chaos. There's nothing like that. They're able to get everything. They know what's going on because they know exactly what's going to happen. But with this fight, there was a loss of camera control. They had no idea what the fuck was going on. The cameras were all over the place. They were like, what the fuck's going on? We don't know what's happening. They were trying to chase after her. She was going after this person. They had no idea. There was total chaos. They had absolutely no idea. Stevie J and Joseline were all over the place. They were trying to chase her. They were going after Benzino, Althea. Then Joseline went after friggin' Tammy. Pulled off her friggin' ponytail, which I have to compliment Tammy, because a lot of times when people get their weaves or their wigs pulled off, they can look really jacked up, but Tammy looked really good with her weave pulled off, so congrats, Tammy, on that. So she got her ponytail pulled off, and of course Tammy was pissed off. This is national television. She got her fucking ponytail pulled off, and she knew this was gonna be trending on fucking Twitter, so she's ready to fucking throw fucking glass at her. She's like, bitch, you pulled off my fucking ponytail. I'm gonna fucking throw this at you. So she's getting the fucking glass. She's like, I'm gonna fucking stab you with this glass in your fucking eye. And she couldn't get to her, and she's like, I just want to touch her. Let me just touch her. Let me just touch her. And fucking Scrappy's just like, I don't know what's going on, and Waka's not there, and then friggin' Waka's mom is ready to kill, and Joseline's just blah blah blah, and it's just a huge mess. And friggin' Love and Hip Hop puts up this huge disclaimer saying that they have no idea, and then they tell you, we have no idea what happened. They're blah blah blah, and then they give you this huge calm and cool, and they tell you, we are so sorry, and some more says, we have no idea what happened, blah 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 blah. Again, kind of proving that the show is probably scripted, because that has never happened. They have never apologized for everything that has happened, because they never really had any fears because of that. That kind of proves that the show's been scripted in the past. If it wasn't scripted, they would have had fears of the other fights also. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. Again, I'm just a pink puppet sitting up here and blah blah blah. You know, go ahead, thumbs down, and say you're fucking stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. Whatever. Yes, that's what I think. Now, as for everything else that happened, everyone went into this huge, you know, Oprah moment where they had these huge conversations of what's going on with Joseline and Stevie J. Joseline went backstage and got into a fight with Mimi in the stairwell. Pissed off Mimi, gave Mimi high blood pressure. Mimi's like, oh my gosh, this fucking bitch. Oh, Nico was playing video games on his phone because, you know, he's that friggin' thing from Ice Age. Nico isn't worth anything except for trying to make money on Vivid. So I don't know why anyone expects anything from him. He's just a side character that's probably only good for another season and then he's gonna be gone. So they go ahead and they have their discussion. Is it just me, or did anyone else notice that Scrappy didn't say anything at all, and he just kind of stared there, and you saw his face the whole entire time, and it was like it was just Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? That's what was going through his head the whole entire time. It was like he wasn't thinking. But anyways, they had this huge discussion of Joseline and how they felt that Joseline was addicted to the attention and she wanted to be the center of attention, which I agree on. Joseline does want to be the center of attention. She puts everyone down. That and fueled with cocaine. Joseline's on drugs. And I'm not going to stop it because it's true. And if you don't keep saying it, it's not going to stop. You can go and sweep things under the rug and say, oh, blah, 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 blah. Or you can make things public so that someone can get it in their head that they need to stop it so that they do stop it. I mean, let's just be real. Let's not just say, hey, this girl a badass bitch, blah, blah, blah. You know, fuck that motherfucker. I understand. She's insecure. She has mental issues. Stevie J is a horrible person, and I'm going to tell you this right now. Everyone will say, you know, Joseline has brought Stevie J down, blah, blah, blah. I think that Stevie J and Joseline's personalities are exactly who they are. I don't think that any of them are bringing each other down, blah, blah, blah. I think that they are exactly who they are. I think that Stevie J is an absolutely perverse person who enjoys making Joseline feel lower than she is, and that's why he enjoys making her feel like this total just slut who's humiliated in front of everyone and just enjoys making her just feel like she's just this girl that can go back on the streets and making her just say what a dirty slut she is. That's why in that video she's like, I'm a dirty slut that just wants to have it in the butt and blah blah blah. It's sad. And she's doing this on cocaine because he wants her to be this drugged out person. This isn't funny. But it is, but it isn't, you know? And it needs to fucking stop. Stop fucking supporting her and thinking it's cute. It's not fucking cute. She's sitting in this fucking rented shit and she's gonna end up being found on the fucking corner snorting fucking, well, you can't snort crack, but smoking a bunch of crack saying, I'm the fucking baddest bitch ever in a fucking rented Benz. And you guys are gonna say, oh shit, she was really fucked up. And then you're gonna say, oh wow, that fucking pink puppet was fucking right. And I'm gonna be like, told you so. And then I'm just gonna giggle and say, I'm fucking psychic. And then you're gonna be like, Lola should be president of the world. Okay, that's it. And I'm gonna run for president of the world, and pink puppets are awesome. I know you hate me, but you love me. I'll see you later.